The Chartered Institute of Power Engineers of Nigeria, CyPEN, is now the sole professional body backed by law to certify and license all practitioners in Nigeria's power sector. From contractors to consultants, installers, component marketers and equipment fabricators, all must be registered and licensed.
Power engineering has now been brought under strict regulatory oversight, with Chartered Institute of Power Engineers of Nigeria serving as the statutory body authorized to certify and license practitioners in the sector. With the mandate of its act, CyPEN is supposed to work assiduously with all stakeholders in the power sector / industry to ensure that energy poverty is completely eradicated from Nigeria sooner than later.
With questions on how competence will be measured, CyPEN says it has introduced clear entry requirements. According to the Deputy President, Engineer Wilson Ali, applicants must hold relevant academic qualifications, have practical industry experience, and be licensed engineers before they can be certified.
There are two streams of analyzing who can become our members, and one of this is your basic qualification, which has to relate it to the subject, and again your years of practice, right? Hands-on. We don't just pick you in the street and train you, and that's why we have pupillage program for people who are new entrants. But for those who are already in practice, you have to be licensed accordingly in your category. So your license defines, it's a measure of your competence and the category you mentioned.
On the current power supply situation, CyPEN has weighed in on the recent bands A, B, and C classifications introduced by the government. The Institute's Vice President, Ibrahim Ahmad, described the approach as cutting corners, arguing that what Nigeria truly needs is a cost-effective tariff backed by targeted subsidies to ensure power is both affordable and reliable.
When we talk of cost-effective tariff, it means a tariff that will allow the investor to recover his investment and also make the necessary profit as approved by the Commission. But can everybody afford that kind of tariff, that kind of level of tariff? And that's what we call about subsidy. There is no country that does not subsidize services. No country in this world that does not subsidize services one way or the other. So when you introduce cost-effective tariff, you also introduce what we call targeted subsidy for the low-income earners. Low-income earners. So the way we are going now, we just have no alternative but to have cost-effective tariff in our industry so that will attract investment, and also targeted subsidy that will cushion the effect of this price on the low-income earners.
But beyond regulations and tariffs, the root problem, CyPEN says, is politics. The Institute's President, Israel Abraham, emphasized that lack of political will and poor funding continue to cripple the sector. He urged that the next Minister of Power must be a qualified power engineer, not a political appointee, someone with real experience in power generation and technical management.
So the political will is the greatest problem Nigerians face in the power sector.
As Nigeria pushes for improved electricity supply, experts insist that true reform must go beyond paperwork. For CyPEN, enforcing standards, removing unqualified hands, and ensuring competent leadership are critical steps towards delivering the power Nigerians truly deserve. In Abuja, I am Chimize Zedima for Signature TV.